Hello and welcome back. It is Sumber here. We are playing as Middenheim in Dominion 6 using my Sumber Warhammer mod, playing in a multiplayer game, the slowest war, using only Warhammer nations. Skavenblight has been eliminated and it is turn number 25. So, big Tzeentch attack this turn, which we will get to. But first, we've got some research and conservation complete, that's level 4. We've got some construction research complete, which is nice. Johnny Rotten Bones has claimed the throne of bureaucracy, that's the Tomb Kings. The Zan Toldi for the Scar Veteran has claimed the Crystal Throne, so that's the Lizardmen have got a throne there. We've summoned up some Killer Mantis, and we've got a new Prophet, and so does Bone Nose Tribe. We are attacked in Yrik Balkor in the south by Tzeentch, a sizable force. We have Chaos Knights, we've got some Chaos Warriors, Marauder for a second Marauder, some Archers, and some Hounds. We have very little in Yrik Balkor, just some Province Defense, I believe. So that'll be a very one-sided affair. Maybe we'll kill a dog if we're lucky. Doesn't look like it. 3 dogs killed. A battle in Bushfood, I believe that is the southwest of my land. So this is their main force. Let's have a look at this. We've got tons of Chosen Warrior. We've got a lot of their Horse Archers. We've got some Knights. We've got a big group of Chaos Warriors, very scary. We've got Griffins, which I presume are really about siege strength more than anything. They're probably set to Guard Commander a bit. We've got some Mages in here. We've got Exalted Hero, Raven Hexcal. We've got an Adept of Paraflegaton, same as the Greenskins had. So kind of annoying, but constantly running into those. Not much in the way of mage support, but obviously this is a force that's quite capable of doing a siege. Although their flyers are set to... Are they undisciplined? They are undisciplined. So they might not survive to be siege chef. You may lose some of those in some battles. Hopefully some of them burn from this fire. Did they lose anything there? A couple of Griffins lost. So that was where he had sent our wolves to go and patrol, so they all got destroyed. Stonegrave Mountains, southwest again, I believe. We've got Marauders, Forsaken Marauders, and Chaos Hounds, just a basic blocker stuff, but we just don't really have any province defense there, so that's an easy win for them. Killed some more Warhounds. Caverns of Gold, we sent our boys in to recover this that was taken by these doggos in the underground. So we're just going to sit back and do Blessing. Kill some dogs. Now this is interesting. Let's pause it here. This guy has routed this knight. The horse got struck. It's enough to make the horse rout. He's crippled. And I believe that has routed the entire squad. Even though basically nothing happened to them. Fortunately our commander's still going. Hopefully he kills some of these black dogs, otherwise we're going to lose. His horse is taking some damage, but the dogs are routed and he has survived. Well done to him, doing it on his own. Strange those knights routing. I guess because it's a small unit. If a unit's under a certain size, they are more likely to rout. Feral Woods, we are probed by a scout. That's just to check our province defense, I imagine. Guerrilla, the Indies that were in Guerrilla, which were some dogs, were taken over by these Marauders and Forsaken Marauders. And unfortunately, I sent a really small force, thinking I was just going to be fighting those dogs. So my small force of 3 infantrymen, led by 1 warrior priest, these guys are doomed. Very unfortunate. Maybe we'll kill something. I don't think we've got the numbers to do so, though. Yeah, just way too outnumbered. Maybe we killed something. 3 Marauders. Sneaking enemy was discovered and we killed them, and another one was killed. There's just scout action going on. So, big change of plans. Obviously the orcs have just prayed Feral Woods, which means that we may be attacked there, but I'm going to move my forces back there. As many as I can of these Amber Wizards are going to go back to my capital. Everyone's basically going to have to go back to my capital because we're going to try to do a ditch capital defense here. We don't really have much else we can do against this very large force, and these are just guys who are just going to roll through these provinces, none of which I can reach with any defending forces, basically. I do have some troops here, but it's not really enough to put in a good fight against. Well, down here, yeah, so I don't know which is this one this stack's going to move into, so anywhere I sent them, they could just end up dead anyway. So we're just going to leave them in the cap, and we're going to try and move everyone back, and we're going to end up doing a cap defense in 1 or 2 turns, basically. In my cap, I'm contacting an Amber Wizard Lord, I'm summoning some Leogryphs, and I'm summoning some Fire Ants. We may as well use all of our gems to have forces. There's no point in keeping any of them. I don't have anything I can do with my air gems at the moment, but maybe I'll find something to do with them. Anyone who can make it back to my cap is going back. The other ones who can't are making it to Feral Woods. So yeah, we're going to have troops in Feral Woods, where we will have our mages casting quickness and so on down here. I'm going to put everyone on this flank, because that's where their spells will be cast. What do we got? Someone who can cast quickness. There we go. That's where the mages will be casting their spells. I don't think we've got any sacreds down there he could be casting blessing on. But we probably have a prophet, don't we? Yeah, so we'll do divine blessing, and then we'll just do claim life with the prophet. So yeah, everyone's going back to Feral Woods. I'm moving troops back to Middenheim, but now I'm thinking, well, if they attack me in Feral Woods, it would be better to have more troops in Feral Woods. So I think this force, rather than going straight to Middenheim, is actually going to move to Feral Woods. Let's put these guys back out of the way and put those guys down there. So yeah, these guys are, instead of going to Middenheim, going to go to Feral Woods, just in case they attack into Feral Woods, since they did probe it. It also allows us to be in a position to go and help this fort if this fort is the one that Tzeentch ends up going for. I don't think they are likely to, they're basically just going to go for my cap. So, we're recruiting some more troops wherever we can. We're focusing on getting guys who have got castle defense, so that's halberdiers, they've got extra castle defense bonus. And down here, of course, we're getting dwarf soldiers, because Imperial Dwarfs have big castle defense, and State Halberdiers have castle defense. We're recruiting Amber Wizards, but I've realised everyone who's fighting me is basically using tons of fire, so that's kind of pointless. So I think instead we're going to try and get some glamour going. That might be better. But the other thing is, I believe that Tzeentch, if we have a quick look, I believe these guys have true sight. So yeah, glamour doesn't really work on Tzeentch. But maybe we'll recruit back here. Let's have a look. Well, it's nice to have a bit of body ethereal, things of that nature. So, well, they're quite expensive. Maybe we're just going to use our water wizards instead of our amber wizards. So we'll get a couple of Kislev ice mages instead. And we'll just cast quickness. Quickness the hell out of everything. Yeah, basically abandoning this castle, but still producing stuff from it and moving everything back to Middenheim. Ignoring the fight with the orcs. The orcs are gonna, take what they'll take. They're probably coordinating with each to some extent. I've spoken to the dwarfs in Bretonnia. It seems like the dwarfs might attack me in the north and take the northern provinces because they assume I'm dead at this point, which is reasonable. And Bretonnia, that were kind of looking to coordinate with me and attack the Greenskins. I don't know if they're going to attack the Greenskins or not. Possibly they will. I mean, they've been preparing to. Either way, we're kind of out of that fight. So hopefully we don't end up in a big fight with the Greenskins here, because the Greenskins don't look like they're in a particularly strong position, and it would again be kind of just wasting our forces, where I need my forces to fight Tzeentch. At this point, I'm pretty much doomed and out of the game, but which was kind of already the case because of how slow things were going. So what I'm doing is, I'm playing as Middenheim, and Middenheimers are ferocious defenders of their land, and that's what we're going to try and do. We're just going to fight to the bitter end to try to hold off chaos and protect our people. So that is the plan. So I will catch you in the next turn. It is turn number 26, an eventful turn. So we've got some big fights that I'm going to go through in quite a bit of detail, but let's go through the rest of the messages first. Silver Throne claimed by the dwarfs, Kidzin's dwarfs. We got our Amber Wizard Lord, we summoned some Yetis, Leogryphs, more Yetis. This is just because we expect to be attacked in the capital. Summon Fire Ants, these are not necessarily Smart ways to spend the gems, but you got to spend them or lose them. Then we get a battle in Faircliff. So this is the Orcs attacking in Faircliff. It's a very small raiding party of Orc boys. We've got some province defense. I would say we're probably going to win that one. Just because that's not very many Orc boys, and their morale is not good when they're organised like this. I think the only leadership, is we've got a barbarian leading them, so they were expecting there to be no province defense there, basically. Because there is some, I expect these orcs will just rout after taking a couple of casualties. Oh, they've beaten the infantry. We've got a tree in there, they're getting bombed with arrows. I think the rout's coming about now, probably. Yeah, there we go, rout, so the orcs lose that one. We see Bretonnia attack the Greenskins finally, Bone-Nosed tribe. Pretty strong force here, lots of archers, sort of peasant rabble. We've also got foot knights with stars. These are actually really good troops. Pretty high protection, good quality heavy infantry. And these guys are not to be sniffed at. Heavy man at arms, got decent protection, they hit very hard, and these guys have also got stars. But the real danger here is, of course, from the Grail Knights. Grail Knights are absolute beasts. We've also got a Duke here, the Duke of Montfort. Loves to fight greenskins. Yeah, that's accurate. And the Orcs have just got some province defense, so this is going to be a flattening exercise. Pretty straightforward. Then we see a battle in Ossennes. We are attacked by Tzeentch's main force. We've got lots of warriors, lots of archers, of course. Hounds, cavalry, sacreds. We've seen all of this before. We can see what their bless is. It is morale, fire resistance, not very useful against us, doesn't really do anything else against us. Magic resistance is good. Penetration bonus obviously helps with their spells they cast. And we've got basically nothing here. Maybe we'll kill some griffins with some friendly fire or something, we'll see. I think one of the griffins got killed there by friendly fire, or a couple of them did. It's good they're dying because their siege strength is quite high on a griffin. It's 5.1, so yeah, very high. Offalyth, another one that doesn't have much province defense. Oh, it's got some, but they have sent marauders. I think these guys don't have stars. This could be winnable. The problem really is that light infantry, not up to much. I wouldn't bet on my guys to win this, but it wouldn't be a massive shock if they did. A lot of these guys are shielded, which is going to be quite effective against these light infantry. This guy's probably going to die because he got surrounded. Gets stabbed up. Oh, the light infantry routed too quickly. That's going to be a big problem. And yeah, the marauders, once they're in melee, are quite decent troops. And we don't have a lot of missile fire coming in. And some of them are berserking, which is going to help their morale problems. But yeah, we kill a few of them, but I think the light infantry routed too early there for that to be effective. Verdant Steppe, we see Bretonnia attack again. We've got some Knights of the Realm. We've got some, cool, we haven't seen these in a bit. Questing Knights, very nasty. More archers, of course. He's using a mix of peasant bowmen with lots of stars. They've been around for a while. And longbowmen. Bretonnia actually does have pretty decent, ranged fire. It's good for disrupting mages and killing lightly armoured things. And this is just some province defense the orcs have, so very straightforward. Then we have a battle in Foldenberg. This is Tzeentch flattening another one of my provinces. We've got some knights, a little bit of chaffy kind of archers and things. We've got some hounds and whatnot. And we've got some heavy cavalry and heavy infantry. We should kill some dogs at least here, right? Yeah, that should be straightforward. And then maybe we'll kill one of the cavalry. We've got lots of infantry there. But Chaos Knights are very, very difficult to kill. Heavy infantry probably just don't hit hard enough. One of the Chaos Knights got killed. Anything we can kill is good. We're in a dire situation, so anything that's not in that kind of final battle is good. Now, the thing that I really wanted to avoid was running into a fight with the orcs as I'm trying to get back to my capital, because basically the fight with the war with the orcs is over, pretty much. I didn't have to worry about them too much, because I believe the dwarfs have also now invaded them, so they've got dwarfs from Bretonnia invading them. So what I was trying to avoid was just losing my army. So of course the orcs attacked in the province where I had my entire army, with their entire army. So, what do we got here? We have got a very significant force of Knights of the White Wolf. This is what's going to win the battle. If anything is going to win the battle for me, it's going to be these guys. We've got our infantry spread out in long lines, plenty of free infantry, and our kind of state troops. We've got a screening line of archers, we've got some more backup free infantry, and we've got some killer mantises. And we're casting mostly, these guys are just casting kind of quickness, group blur, stuff like that on the cavalry down here. What the greenskins have, a big strong line of orc boys. We've got a lot of forest goblin shaman, which are casting, I presume, buffs using those nature gems they've got there, or maybe swarm. And then we've got their fireball casters. Well, this guy's going to be casting nature spells. They've got some gems, so maybe they are casting the odd fireball. Maybe they're Phoenix Power and then fireball. Yeah, that would make sense. And then they've got their adept of Phlegethon. Nice to see, or sorry, Pyriflegeton. Nice to see that he's diseased. Take that. Savage Shaman. Yeah, quite a few mages. We've got Snaggler Grobspit, who's their prophet now. He is quite nasty, and if they get a war from him, he's quite good. We've got then at the back here, so we've got more orc boys and some archers there. We've got some tough orc boys, orc boar boy big uns. They're quite expensive and strong, kind of heavy cavalry or medium heavy. Then we've got the war boys, significant number of war boys. They've got stars. Some of them are double starred, and obviously they've got a very good bless, and then some barbarians and trolls at the back of the undisciplined squad. This group here is also really nasty. This is the Death Creepers. We've seen them in action before. Decent stats for what they are, and very good because of their web spit and their poison spit at poisoning and killing cavalry. So what we're expecting is Greenskin's going to chuck lots of fireballs and things at us. We're going to absorb lots of damage with our main group, and our knights are going to have to just kind of push their way through and win just by being higher quality than the Greenskins. That's pretty much what I'm expecting. We do have pretty decent missile fire here. We've got quite a few Imperial Dwarfs and archers and things mixed in, so we should be doing a lot of damage to the Orc Boys and Goblin Archers and things with those. So let's just play at normal speed. We're quite zoomed out, and we'll just watch what happens the first time, and then maybe we'll replay and look at specific bits if we need to. So we're seeing Phoenix powers going off. We're doing a bit of Group Barkskin. They're doing a bit of Group Barkskin, actually. Not so much as. We're casting our buffs. Oryx Fury, mostly. So here's their big wave of Evo. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think that's 7 different fireball casters, so a significant amount of fireballs coming in the centre. Here comes our cavalry, trying to bust through here. Some of them are going to die to fireballs. But yeah, they're going to ram into on this side. So you can see the Death Creepers have done a pretty good job of webbing up a lot of these guys. You can see it just takes their defense skill down to nothing. Webs are really, really effective at killing these kind of troops. And there's also some web going off up there. More combustions and firebolts and things. So our cavalry's kind of got stuck here. A few of them have died to fireballs. And a lot of them are going to die to these war boys. They haven't yet fought the war boys. They've been killing everything at the front. If we look at a random member of the White Wolves, we look at their personal log, we can see killing off a spider rider and just kind of fighting with orc boys. Let's look at another one. Hitting an orc boy for a bit of damage. Yeah, they're getting blocked by the shields quite a bit there, which is not terribly surprising, I suppose. So big line of cavalry. They're casting web quite a bit. Barbarians have broken through on the north, but are probably going to get killed by the archers. Nothing else has really broken through, it's just my cavalry fighting in the middle. And lots of fireballs killing a lot of my stuff. So and Fire Blast as well, very effective for this level 4 Firecast. He's killing quite a few things. Do we get to see that on the log? So we can see lots of damage being dealt with fireballs. And flares, all kinds of things he's casting. Fire Evocation, pretty good in a fight like this. So a lot of my guys have died in the south. This is the War Boys have just chopped up this southern part of the line. The Orcs line has crumbled up in the north. Lots of arrows and so on coming in here. Slow being cast, and then they rout. They just took too many casualties on their Orc boys, basically, and ended up routing. We didn't really get anyone to the back, so not that many of them are going to get caught in retreat. But the War boys, of course, are all berserked, pretty much. So they're just going to get killed off now, but they're going to kill some stuff in the process. So they're killed off. Looks like a good chunk of infantry survived, but almost all of the cavalry are dead. You can see the Grandmaster of the Knights of Moor lost his horse, took a limp. He's been in a lot of fighting, obviously, killing Orc boys, Death Creepers. Warboys. Yeah, a huge long list of killing people. Look, a lot of Warboy killing there. Nothing really got back to the back line of either side, so most of the archers and mages will survive. But they're retreating. Some of their stuff will die in retreat, but presumably not all of it. It's a shame our cavalry weren't really able to go after and hack down the remaining stuff. There just weren't that many of them left. So I don't know if there's anything specific we want to look at in that fight. We'll look at the fight report first. So we've got a couple of Forest Goblin Shamans confirmed dead, a Great Shaman confirmed dead, Orc Shaman confirmed dead. So this is all good mage kills. If we were in a war, this would be much more important. But we're basically done for / fighting Tzeentch and not really fighting the Orcs anymore. So this was a colossal waste of resources for both sides. Most of the other stuff, commanders survived. Barbarians all killed. Death Creepers pretty much all killed. A lot of Forest Goblins and Forest Goblin Archers retreated. I don't know if they retreated successfully, but they didn't get into battle. And then if we look at the big uns, half of them killed. Boar Boy big uns, over half of them killed. Orc Boys, almost all of them killed. Well, majority of them killed. River Trolls all dead. Savage Orc Wild Boys basically all dead. So severe losses for all their troops. On our side, lost the horse of the Grand Master of the Knights of More. Apart from that, no commander losses, which is good, because nothing breaks through and our commanders are quite good at fighting. Grandmaster of the Knights Panther got 13 kills, very impressive. Then troops-wise, 48 free infantrymen, fine. Never mind losing free infantrymen, that's what they're there for, kind of. They did kill some stuff. 5 greatswords, that's quite bad to lose all 5 greatswords and only kill 2 things. The Imperial Dwarfs, of course, were being archers in that battle, and did fine, killed some stuff. Killer Mantis all died. You know, they were kind of just weight of numbers / a distraction, and they did help us. They got a few kills. Knights Panther, both of them died, 3 kills. Knights More, only 3 of them left, 5 kills. Knights of the Winter Throne, 2 dead, no kills. This is probably Warboys killed those guys. Order Knight, same thing, killed off with no kills. Crossmen killed a bit. Halberdiers killed a bit, lost most of our Halberdiers. Lost some of our Spearmen, more of the Spearmen survived. Lost some of our Swordsmen, more of them survived. The Swordsmen did pretty well there, 19 kills. 2 of our Tutors and Guard died, our 1 Ungol Horse Archer died, and White Wolf Knights, this is the real disaster. 22 dead, 3 lost their mounts, so the majority of them gone, but you can see the casualties they inflicted, 71 kills for the White Wolf Knights. They were really the big factor in there. And then, of course, the Wolfkin always dying in quite large numbers. And then our province defense, it wasn't very strong province defense. So I think a very close battle. Most of our stuff survived the retreat, not all of it. But as a fighting force, a devastating defeat for both of our armies. Given that we're being invaded by much stronger forces, that's probably killed both of us for good. Some events and remark: growth in province income. Feral Woods lost some income. None of this really matters at this point. This is great to have because we need that injection of cash to drop into province defense and buy whatever we can to try and defend ourselves against Tzeentch. Some gems, a Blacksteel Kite Shield I can go on, oh my god, and some gold, of course. Faircliff, a bit of unrest, doesn't matter, and then some of our mounts made it back home. So, what is happening in this turn? You can see the Dwarfs have invaded here, very powerful army, much stronger than the remains of this army. I would say they probably lost quite a lot in retreat because they only had 1 friendly province to retreat to. So yeah, significant number of those orcs that were retreating will have just died, but some of them will survive and they'll be heading back. You can see that Bretonnia is now right next to the Bone-Nosed Tribe cap, and they've got another force coming here, so I imagine the Bone-Nosed Tribe cap's about to disappear. You can also see that Tzeentch is just pouring in through this flank. So we've basically got 2 theatres of battle now. They're very small theatres. One is Bagaloth, where we're going to be attacked by probably the combined forces of these 2 forces, although maybe not. Maybe they'll consolidate them in Offerleft to move them into Feral Woods. So in Bagaloth, we're patrolling with what we have, which is a mage, a lot of province defense because we had some events there that helped with that. This is my setup, just some archers on hold and fire closest, some guys on hold and attack, and then we've got this small force here, which are going to have quickness cast in them, and they'll be to attack rear as much as they can. Everyone else, the main force, what remains of it from Feral Woods, is moving back to Middenheim on a move patrol. And my forces in Middenheim are basically all going on patrol except Jurgen, who is summoning griffins because that's a more useful thing than what he can do in battle, and they're just siege defense to make things as expensive as possible for Tzeentch. We're going to fight to the bitter end. That's our duty. Everyone else basically patrolling except for Willush. He's making an ice sword, which is going to be used by RFK Jr. He doesn't have any good armor. Like, this is a big problem. This guy just doesn't have any good armor here. So making him into something that can fight, fair enough. I will try and do it, but not really possible, I think. He's summoning some fire ants. Could we forge him any armor? Is that a possibility? I just think we haven't gotten the research and construction that we could give him anything relevant, really. Yeah, so he's just summoning some ants. Maybe there is something here. Black steel plate. It's best we can do, right? He does need better armor than what he's got. And then a helmet, black steel helmet. So I think we'll have this guy forge black steel instead of being in the battle. Oh, actually, you should be in the battle. Let's take Bartelm, who's injured, and we'll have him forge a black steel plate. Can we get enough gems? So we've got too many gems. We want to make him a hat as well. I think that's important. So let's. This is the incredibly inefficient way of doing this, but it'll do. So we're going to forge him black steel plate this turn with Bartelm, and then next turn Bartelm will forge him a hat. So he'll then have armor and a hat. Is there anything else we can get him, boots or anything? I guess Jurgen can probably forge him something. I mean, none of this matters for what he's going to be doing. It's nice to kind of just have him present in the fight. Maybe he'll get a couple of kills or something if we can give him some items. So I just thought I'd do that. But yeah, let's go for black steel plate on him with that mage. Yeah, and an ice sword from Willush. So that's what we're going for. Our defensive forces, if we take a look, we're going with Tangle Thicket because they're using so much fire. I don't want to go with Greek Barkskin, so we're going to be using Tangle Thicket, and yeah, we're going to try and hold them in place with that. And we've got our infantry, lots of archers who are not going to have much of an opportunity. I think shooting enemy cavalry is quite a good idea because their horse archers they've got are not that. Let's go for enemy cavalry as a target for our archers. Do we have any more groups of archers? I thought I had one more squad of archers somewhere. I guess not. Yeah, we really just don't have much left. We've got some summons and things, but this once large and proud army has been significantly reduced in size. The fact we've only got kind of a main squads of 51 infantry and what's the other squad? 62 infantry. It's just not enough guys. Like, we're going to be outnumbered by superior troops, which is pretty bad news, really. We've also got very few knights remaining. I think we were quite unlucky with the knights that retreated from battle. We've got like 4 there. We've got the Silver Skull, but he hasn't got his horse anymore. He can't really be expected to do very much. We've got Werner Kriegstadt. Do you, Werner Kriegstadt, want to give your guys to Valmir? I think Valmir is the superior leader he is, and he's still got room. So if there's anyone Valmir can lead, let's have a look. Something where the morale is important is always good. Yeah, so Valmir's going to lead all the infantry. And we'll go for what we can do there. My mages here are, if I just select all my mages, not you, you're not in the fight. These guys are basically just casting Tangle Thicket, and then we've got some fire resistance going from these guys. Quickness is being cast by the other ice mages. These ones are doing fire resistance, and they're just kind of distributed along, casting fire resistance on anything I can cast it on. And then Strength of Gaia, Tangle Thicket from my Amber Wizard Lord. I'm going to change one of those into a Swarm, I think. So we can get off a Swarm as well. So we're doing a bit of Swarm, bit of Tangle Thicket. No Group Barkskin, unless they go off script and do it. I am expecting Tzeentch to attack. It would make sense for them to just, it's the best way to end things, but they may split off and attack these instead. That's fine. The longer we can kind of hold them, the better from my perspective. I don't mind having to patrol. We've kind of given up on researching anything new at this point, and we're not going to cower behind the walls. That's not how Middenheimers do things. So yeah, we're going to look for taking on this force. I imagine they'll just attack with both because they've probably seen that my force just got very badly damaged in Feral Woods, losing kind of over half its stuff. I think if we look, was that true that I lost over half my stuff? I lost the majority of my cavalry, which is the main thing. If we look at the overall battle report, I mean, yeah, look, 168 out of 384 died. Dreadful. Also, having like none of my sacreds left is quite it's quite bad. I'm recruiting some more, but they were there with a bless that I paid, a fair number of points for, specifically to fight enemy sacreds. But now is the time to fight enemy sacreds, and they've all just died during the wars. I think probably going for any kind of bless on the Wolfkin might be a mistake. They're just so prone to dying unless you give them some kind of bless that can keep them alive for longer. Yeah, which I wasn't able to. Another thing that I realised is I had researched so that I could cast Bind White Great Wolf Pack, because that's a sacred, nature summon, so good for me. But due to a mistake that I made in the mod file, it can only be cast in Wasteland. So a bit of an error for me. I mean, it's going to be fixed in the next version of the mod, but it doesn't make any difference in this game. I just can't cast it in this one. Right, that is everything for this turn. So we'll see what happens next. So maybe we'll have a big, probably losing battle against Tzeentch, but it'd be nice to have another big, cool battle. It's turn number 27. Summon some Fire Ants, summon some Griffins in our capital. Battle in Middenheim, but this is just a probe, so they attacked with the Marauder Scouts, but we get to see our whole army lined up, which is always cool. If we pause it. This is what we've got for an army. Nowhere near as strong as it used to be, but got a good core of mages and things down here. Got some mages split amongst the troops. Got a lot of dwarfs, infantry, province defences. It's not an easy victory for anyone who attacks it. I just think it's not to fight the Chaos Army. So that is our army. We see a battle in Dathan. It is some basic Lisbon stuff, taking out some province defense from Khorne. We get a unique hero joined our cause, Aldebrand Ludenhoff. He comes with 8 huntsmen, 11 state halberdiers, 8 great swords, and 21 hunting counts. He's an elector count. Comes with the Rune Fang, so it's cool to get our second elector count. We also get 3 nature gems. Caught some enemies in our capital and killed them, of course. Lost one of our scouts. And then we also had a multi-hero turn up, so a hero and a multi-hero in one turn. Very cool. Svyatoslav, the Ice Wizard Lord. So he comes with 3 water, 2 air magic. So he can cast some useful stuff for us. So what we're doing this turn, so if I had to guess what Tzeentch is doing, so you can see they've moved into these 2 positions. I think they're going to consolidate their forces because they've got 2 really large forces here. I think what they want to do is consolidate them. So I think this big force is going to move to Feral Woods. This big force is going to attack Bagaloth because there's not that much to defend it. So what I'm going to do is, there's nowhere safe for these guys to move. The people who are remaining in Bagaloth, which is not an insignificant number of troops, quite a few Imperial Dwarfs, which are good quality troops. So what we're going to do with these guys is we're going to attack Offlef, moving them out of the way, and then from there we can attack Guillidan or move away. So I think Bagaloth's gone. We're giving up on that, so we're not really recruiting anything there other than some halberdiers to make the walls slightly tougher to crack. And then in Middenheim, we have a fantastic fortification. I don't think they're going to attack us this turn, but I am going to leave everything on patrol, because if they do, I do want to be there to use that defense with all of these guys. It's important. But we are going to move some of our troops to attack Osens. So the troops we're going to send to attack Osens is our new Wizard Lord, who's going to be casting Mist Form, Group Barkskin from Gotolf, and then these cavalry. So there's basically no chance, unless they've got a significant force there, that they would beat these guys. So we'll be able to just knock over their troops there. So hopefully we lose Feral Woods, we lose Bagaloth, but I take Ascends and Offlef and just cause as much trouble as I can for Tzeentch while still defending our capital. I hadn't given Aldebrand any orders because he had this new stuff that I wasn't sure whether the message would show you or whether I should show you what he had. But here's the troops he came with. So what I'm going to do is give Aldebrand command of one of these groups. I think compared to Valmir, so Valmir is +2 bonus for up to 4 squads. Aldebrand, I think, is the same. +3 bonus for up to 5 squads. Okay, so Valmir is a little different, but similar type of commander to. He's a little better actually. He's the kind of strategic genius select account if I remember correctly. So we're going to give him this set of troops. Going to throw those in. Going to throw the great swords in. It's nice to have that boost of extra troops, and the enemy won't have seen that coming because they wouldn't have thought we could retreat that much in one turn. We've got these doggos who I believe we should just put at the front as a screening force. We're just going to put those to the front. And we've got these archers as well. Have we got anyone we can move in with the archers? We should have. Do we not have any archers? That's very odd. Let me reorganize these troops a bit. So we've got more guys for our central line of infantry. Put them in a double line, perhaps, in the middle there. Big squad, hard to rout. That's fine. We've got these free company guys and Wolfkin, which we can buff up with these. And we've got some more archers who can go with the dwarfs and the crossbows. Or they could go with these archers. Let's tell these guys to fire enemy archers and put them in a sparse line. And we'll put them kind of off to the side. So maybe let's have them on that flank. We'll put them at the back there. And they are on, fire archers. That's fine. Maybe we should do hold and fire enemy archers. I think that you want to move anyone else around. He's still got 40 leadership left. He could take another squad. Let's give him these archers as well. He is the better leader. So Aldebrand Ludenholt's going to get those archers as well. He is going to go on patrol. And he is going to have some orders to fight, I believe. He's a pretty powerful combatant. Decent stats. He's got a rune fang. So I'll put him with the knights, and he can be on a hold, attack closest. He's also got a hawk, a trained falcon, who can attack people and tear their eyes out, which is cool. Oh, I'll just quickly show you the lore of Aldebrand. So he is this one of the poorest and smallest provinces, Hockland. He is very good at fighting greenskin beastmen and the like. And he loves hunting, and he's really good at battle tactics. Not the greatest warrior, but the people of Hockland swear he is the greatest leader. And he is very good. And he has a rune fang, and rune fangs are very powerful armor-piercing swords. Similar to like a sword of sharpness, basically. I think we want to leave the griffins behind. I don't think that they're going to be much help to us, just taking them into battle. But on the other hand, as soon as we lose, do we really want stuff propping up the walls? It doesn't really make much difference, does it? Let's just put these guys in the battle as well. Meanwhile, we are forging a black steel helmet for our pretender, RFK. Willush here is researching. I don't know if that's worth doing or whether he should be out there casting Moss Body or something. Yeah, let's get him casting Moss Body. So Willush, we'll put you down with the cavalry, and you're going to cast Moss Body over and over again. There you go, Moss Body, and then cast spells. And we'll put you on a patrol. So I think everyone's on patrol pretty much, apart from we're summoning some more griffins with Jurgen, because we've still got air gems. We've distributed some more nature gems so that we can cast more swarm in this battle. And we're moving our cavalry away, and they're attacking over in Ossens. So I hope we don't get attacked there. Maybe we should put something in instead of the cavalry down where all those buffs are happening. If we take out some elite troops, let's take the Teutonian Guard and the Greatswords. We'll give them to Balin von Raukov, and we'll just put them down where all the buffs are happening. Put them in just a box formation down there, so someone's getting buffed at least. And maybe we'll give them a little bit more backup. What else we got? We've got some swordsmen. We've got a lot of swordsmen, so let's just give them some extra swordsmen to give them the numbers. So we've got a little unit there that will get the quickness buffs and things. Could be useful. Right, that's everything for this turn. Hopefully next turn we'll have some battles, we'll have some successes, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously, we're fighting on our way out here, but we're going to have some fun doing it. It's turn number 28. So you can see this turn straight away, we have a battle in Middenheim, and I believe it's the big one. So, summon griffins, summon fire ants, that's inside the fort. Battle in Offerleth, this is our forces moving out of our secondary fortress. So we've got some quickness and blessing on the knights, and we've got some mixed archers and some mixed infantry. Against nothing really, just 1 point of province defense. Then we got our big battle in Middenheim. So Tzeentch's force, some hounds, griffins, and wolf tribe. I guess these are just kind of doing sieges. Big lot of marauders with some chaos spawn as well thrown in there. Then we've got mercenary Veti. We've got a bunch of chaos knights with stars. Big, strong central core of chosen warriors who are going to be blessed up and hurling their cast fire ability forward. We've got some more spawn in here. We've got various mages, like a troll shaman with a skull staff and good death magic. A greater chaos spawn who can cast lots of fire, some kind of an artillery unit. Lots of chaos warriors. Very high quality overall troops. And then we've got much lower quality to our troops generally. We've got a bunch of animals. We've got yetis, fire ants, leogryphs at the back. We've got a screening force of bowmen. We've got a couple of elector counts and their kind of infantry here. So we've got great swords, swordsmen, halberdiers. We've got a whole bunch of spearmen, more halberdiers here, some crossbows scattered around, a bunch of imperial dwarfs who are quite strong, various mages casting resist fire, group barkskin, that sort of thing, and then free infantry and wolfkin at the back there. And a handful of other things like huntsmen and the like. So, and some dogs and a mantis at the front as a screening force as well. So my prediction is pretty terrible defeat for us. I was kind of hoping they weren't going to attack this turn. They were going to try and consolidate their forces, but they are attacking this turn, so our diminished forces will have a try at fighting them. So let's just watch on normal speed. We'll back off a bit so we can see from a distance. They've got quite a lot of... they've cast flaming arrows. A bunch of spellcasting interrupted there as well. That's very unfortunate. That's by these griffins. That's a shame. A moss body, I think, got blown up there. Let's pause for a second and see what we're looking at. So we've got the got some swarm castings and some fire ants going to take on the Chaos Knights. Lots of spearmen and halberdiers and swordsmen and things surging forward. And we've got some leogryphs and the like blurred up. They're moving forward. They're just going to get chopped up by these Chaos Warriors fairly easily. And we're starting to see a lot of fire coming in from the Chosen Warriors here. Some of them have taken some damage already. I believe that's from crossbow shots. Quite a lot of crossbow fire coming in here and doing some damage to these Chaos Warriors. Definitely seeing some damage being dealt there. This guy got hit by one, for instance. But we can see this fire in the centre is just going to absolutely annihilate these guys. I mean, spearmen stand basically no chance against these Chosen of Tzeentch. Chaos Spawn moving in. So the Chaos Warriors are just going to mop up on this side. That's not going to be a problem. And our main body of dudes at the front there, not doing too well. So swordsmen and the like. Oh, we've got our Elector Count charging in. Let's have a look at how he's doing. He chopped up a griffin, and now he's fighting some Chaos Warriors. I imagine he might be able to kill a Chaos Warrior or two. What's he got cast at him? Has he got Moss Body, Fire Resistance? Fair enough. Some castings of Freeze there. But yeah, you can see we're just lacking the troop quality to hold here. We're just getting chopped up. And Chaos Warriors, particularly Chaos Warriors with stars, are a really hard ask for, like, even for great swords and things. They're just much higher quality soldiers. Fire Ants coming in. This Flaming Arrows cast is very good for them, obviously. They're just pouring out this constant shots from their horse archers. Let's see how the Elector Count's doing. So he's lost his horse. It's done. Trained Falcon's been attacking some people. He rune-fanged a Chaos Warrior in the head and killed them. Trained Falcon attacking. Hacked an arm off a Chaos Warrior there, I think. Probably that Chaos Warrior. Oh, he got hit in the body. Well, he may have lost an eye there. I'm not sure. And then Runefang hacks another Chaos Warrior in the head. Very well done, just chopping the heads off Chaos Warriors. Aldebrand Ludenhoff. It goes to show how powerful some of these characters can be. He's not got very little support there, but he's holding his own against all these Chaos Warriors. Moss Body probably being quite effective, I would say. But yeah, our main force has collapsed now. We're going to have a rout happening any moment now. But most of the Chaos Warriors are dead. He's lost his Moss Body now, so he's in real trouble. Yeah, he's got killed. Oh, Yeti's tossing some stones, but I think they're mostly been hitting our own guys. Let's have a look at a Yeti, see what the combat log says for them. Yeah, they hit. You can see they've been doing some damage here. 3 infantrymen, whoops. Large beetle and fire ant. They hit a Chaos Warrior in the head for 5 damage. Hit a Chaos Warrior there for 1 damage. Bit of mixed success for the Yetis, I suppose. Crossbowmen still firing away. Let's take a look at one of our dwarfs and see how their combat log suggests they've been doing. Chaos Steed for 6, State Swordsman for 3, whoops. Chaos Warrior for 2, Chaos Warrior for 0. Yeah, you know. What's our Amber Wizard doing? Oh, he's fatigued out, so he's dead. And some of our stuff's going to retreat, but not that much. What's the fatigue looking on these guys? Pretty tired, the Chosen Warriors. At the end of the day. We really suffered a lot from just losing about half our force against the Orcs and having none of our knights present. I mean, we didn't really have any knights left to be present, but they would have been a very strong factor in killing the Chaos Warriors off and maybe attacking through into the back. And yeah, they just had better spellcasting as well, I would say, in this fight. So let's have a look at the report. So they don't lose any of their commanders. They didn't actually bring that much mage support, really. They had 1 guy for flaming arrows. They had the Troll Shaman casting, I don't remember what. Death magic, presumably. And they had an exalted hero. But the flaming arrows was very effective with the forces they had. They lose some stuff that doesn't really matter. 7 Chaos Knights, pretty good. They're 80 gold a pop, so decent to kill some of those. 1 of their Chaos Trolls. Warhounds don't really matter. 38 Chaos Warriors, those are 30 gold a pop, so that's some decent losses. 1 of their Chosen Warriors. I mean, look at that, 94 kills, 1 death. Their Griffins, 11 of their Marauders died. Horse Archers, I'm really surprised none of the Horse Archers died. I think I set my guys to Fire Archers and Fire Cavalry, different groups of archers. I'm surprised they didn't manage to kill a single one of them. It's kind of surprising. 24 of the Veti died, some Wolf Tribe Archers, so very little overall that matters to them. It's basically just the Chaos Warriors and the Chaos Knights. And we lost most of our commanders, as you can see. The Electric of Hockland got 3 kills, the Electric of Ostland got a kill. State Captains killed some stuff. I guess one of them was a prophet, so that's what that's about. Archers, not great. Fire Ants killed some things. Whenever the missile units kill stuff, I'm always like, oh, they're just killing my own troops, possibly. Great Swords got a kill, probably a Chaos Warrior. They're up against much tougher troops there. Griffins got some, Huntsmen got some. Imperial Dwarfs, 16 kills, but of course they're very slow to run away, so they basically all died on the retreat bit. Leogriffs got a little bit. State Crossman got a little bit. State Halberdiers, 18 kills, not bad, because they hit very hard. They probably killed a few Veti and other things like that. State Spearmen, nothing, and 24 died, boo. State Swordsman, again, fighting Chaos Warriors, so kind of a hard ask for them, but get a few kills. 2 Trojan Guard, there are only 4 of them, but they got 10 kills. That goes to show their quality, and they had some experienced stars too. The Yetis got a bunch of kills, but I think a lot of that was friendly fire. And the Wolfkin, dismal performance, only 5 kills. I mean, I designed my Blessed just to kill Sacreds, and then I'm not actually getting a chance to fight Sacreds with the Wolfkin at any points. They're just dying to arrows and things. And then, yeah, Province Defense got some kills as well. Iskepni. This is Tomb Kings attacking Independents. Look at this Tomb King army. Pretty impressive. See what their Bless is like. So they've got a lot of their Sacreds here, and their Bless is Undying morale, undead regeneration, and reconstruction. So yeah, very durable, but not very much protection, of course. And they're casting their various national spells on that. So they're attacking a throne made up of shade beasts, which are probably going to chomp up these chariots, I would think. A bunch of militia, who they're going to easily defeat. And then a lot of swamp drakes. I have never seen a throne like that, so many swamp drakes. And I guess, look at that, massive waves of poison. If this was any other force than Tomb Kings, because Tomb Kings are basically just immune to poison, you know, all the undead are immune to poison. If this was anyone else, this would be such a nightmare throne to take. All those swamp drakes just breathing poison everywhere. They're going to poison all of their own friendly archers. Astral healing being cast. Yeah, Necroserpent Knights. Got some trolls at the back. This is a really weird throne with this Linorma Nidhogg with a massive number of gems. He'd be a really great one to charm and get on your side somehow, seduce. In he goes. But yeah, really a good matchup, let's say, for the Tomb Kings, because they can just ignore all that poison. And they just overwhelm everything and kill it all. They must have taken some losses, because that was a lot of tough enemies. 23 chariots, 4 spearmen, 7 knight spearmen, 1 necropolis knight. None of their guardians of Petra, I think that is, or any of their other kind of expensive stuff. But yeah, what a force! 35 gold each, and they have 88 of them present in that battle. Very impressive. Battling Kahir, the dwarfs attacking me. That's not surprising, they're just vulturing some of my stuff. Don't imagine I've got anything that would challenge these guys. What's this? Just a group of rangers. It's my province defense. And some free infantrymen that were left lying around. Let's see how we do. I think the rangers are just going to hit them with throwing axes. Yeah, that's the first group Riatus. Yeah, throwing axe is very effective against lightly armoured stuff. And then Bretonnia attack into that province. So those rangers... Whoa! That's not what I was expecting. Hold on. Battle in Ashenton. Oh, sorry, that was in Kuhir. This is in Ashenton. So the dwarfs attacked in Ashenton. This is one of their main forces. We've got a whole load of hammerers. We've got the engineers at the back. We've got some iron drakes, very scary area effect fire attacks. A billion Clansdorf crossbowmen, another group of hammerers, and then these squads of Rune Guard with ridiculous number of stars. They've got heroism in their bless, have they? I don't know. I think they probably do, because Rune Guard. Let's have a look at their bless. I can't remember. It does have heroism in it, yeah. A bit of everything in their bless, really. Very, very, very tasty bless, and a lot of them. So this force, overwhelmingly dangerous crossbow firepower. Bretonnian force, much less stuff. Oh no, sorry, this is the orcs. The Bretonnians, we're going to see them in a minute. So the remains of the orcs, these are just flattened. They're not going to get anywhere near the dwarfs, I imagine. So let's just watch the gun line firing at them. Yeah, most of them died before they got anywhere near Rune Guard. But you'll see that the crossbows are going to friendly fire some of the Rune Guard, most likely. It's like watching a machine gun being fired. And then Ashenton, we get a big fight between Bretonnians and dwarfs. Gotta favour the dwarfs here, numerically massively superior. I don't think Bretonnia were expecting to be in this fight. So we're going to see a bunch of Grail Knights with their bless. Why is everyone blessed? Is it because they have somebody auto-casting something? Have they got someone present who auto-casts something? I don't recognise any auto-casters. Armand? Oh, he's an Arrowfend caster. Okay, so that actually changes things quite a lot. Having Arrowfend automatically cast is going to make these crossbows much less nasty. They'll still do some damage, but a lot less because of that Arrowfend, because Arrowfend gives you, is it 80%? 90% air shield on these guys, and 80% on those. And they do have regeneration, I think, in their Blessed, don't they? They have Undying, so... Or Enchanted Blood, rather, to get some regen going. So they might be able to withstand the crossbow damage. But the Rune Guard are going to be a real challenge. Because I don't think these knights actually hit hard enough to consistently damage the Rune Guard. If they do land with their lances, it does some damage. But look, look at the experience stars. Look at these stats, and then look at the protection on them. A very hard path. Some of them have gotten through to the crossbows. They're definitely going to cause some casualties. And the crossbows are going to kill some of the dwarfs as well, I imagine. Why am I hearing shrieks in this battle? Who is getting killed and causing those shrieks? I'm not sure. So this main force of Grail Knights here is in pretty bad trouble. There's too many Rune Guards to break through, and there's too many crossbows shooting them. That's going to pick away at them. But this group up here might beat that group of Rune Guard, I don't know. And obviously we're going to see some casualties dealt down here. This is actually kind of a catastrophic loss if the Bretonnians lose this, because losing that Duke would be really bad. And they have reached the back lines, so I'm just going to watch this fight for a moment, because I think this Duke, losing him is really bad, because the arrow fend is very important against the dwarfs. It does look to me like he might die. Bewitching Light's being cast there. Was that one of these? Yeah, it must be. He's pretty hurt. Is he doing any damage? He's hitting the Rune Guard with his enchanted sword. Yeah, just whacked one in the head for 11 damage. Very nice. But he is in trouble. His bodyguards are all dead. Look at the damage coming in, but he's still going. He's got a lot of hit points. He is kind of a hero. You got to run now or you're going to die for sure. 17! Oh! 1 hit point. His horse is cut down from under him. He is dead. So they've lost their arrow fend, Duke. So yeah, the guys in the middle broke. These Grail Knights over here partially succeeded in overcoming these, but never really got through to the crossbows. A lot of Grail Knights are going to escape here, I imagine. But yeah, what a bad loss for the Bretonnians. Let's look at the Butcher's Ledger. I mean, that is pretty shockingly one-sided, isn't it? Rune Guard's only 10 lost. They're expensive, they're 60 gold each, but then so are Grail Knights at 70 gold each. You can see the disparity in the numbers here, 94-39. And then obviously this massive force of crossbows behind them. Needed a bit more magic support, I think. They could have done, even if they just had a bunch of Moss Body casters, I think that would have made a big difference there, but they didn't quite have it. Yeah, so a pretty bad defeat, and the Duke of Aquitaine is a serious, serious loss for Bretonnia. This is basically the fight over the remains of the Bone Nose tribe. So then we get a battle in Bagaloth. This is them taking my second fortress. Basically very similar force, although this is very different. They've got all their Forsaken Marauders in one spot. They're really good, the Tzeentchian Forsaken Marauders with the Trident and the Claw attack. Very, very nice. But yeah, very similar kind of force. They've got more mages on this one. Bunch of Mind Burners and the like. And they've got some demons present. They've got like Flamer, which is very useful. They've got some Blue Horrors. They've probably got a couple of their gates open on their capital, and that's providing them with some demons. So yeah, just cool to see that stuff in action, but our province defense is not going to provide much of a challenge to that. Maybe we'll kill some stuff with friendly fire and some crossbow shots. We can but hope. 14 Warhounds, 2 Marauders, Forsaken, 13 Marauders, 3 Berserkers. Pfft, nothing basically. Battle in Arsens. This is our beautiful knights. So we've got Mistform and Group Barkskin being cast on these guys. Unfortunately, I was expecting to just be fighting some province defense, but the cunning Tzeentchians have got some horse archers probably coming up to kind of sweep through my remaining provinces. So I think we'll be able to beat them, but the worry here is that they'll kill my mages at the start of the battle. So hopefully they'll mistform a group Barksian themselves. Ooh, spellcasting interrupted. And both of them get hit, and he takes an affliction, a chest wound. Nasty. Forward go the troops. Another hit there. Pretty bad. Yeah, that was nasty getting interrupted. Now, they did get some mistform off, and they did get some group Barkskin off, so we can see some increased protection on these guys, and we can see some mistform here, for instance. And that should be enough that they'll easily beat these. Maybe we'll lose one or two. Hard to say. Lacerating winds, that's not going to do much. Very low impact spell. So these guys aren't terrible in combat, but their their protection's not really high enough to deal with this. And we've also got our Grandmaster here. He's an absolute beast. Look at those stats. So we should be killing a good number of these and chasing them off and taking the province. We'll fast forward here. Yeah, always nice to chop up a few of them. Unfortunately, we lost our horse, which is a death sentence on this Knight of Moor, who was triple experience starred. So that's bad. But yeah, we win in this end, so we lose a Knight of Moor, and there's two of them left from their original order. I think their Grandmaster might still be alive inside the castle because he was getting his horse back. And we kill 17 of them, all the horse archers. Possibly some of them die in retreat as well. Unexpected events, +3 Dominion. Throne of Gaia has gone back to sleep. So no more animal attacks. And then we're under siege in two places and we're getting damaged. And we can't afford upkeep, so stuff started deserting. So we are dead, really, at this point. But let's do our best to fight on. So our forces and our left are going to go and hit Namor. I think that's somewhere that they're not going to expect me to attack. And it'd be nice to shut one of their forts off for a turn. And kind of attacking a throne's kind of a take that sort of maneuver. What have we got there? We got some guys with quickness. I'm going to put them back a bit so they don't get shot by archers, hopefully. Let's just move those whizzy-boos back. And then we've got our dwarfs and archers. I'm going to separate these again to avoid sort of archer fire at not very well protected guys. Let's go for that, and we'll have these guys out front. Right, that's the plan for that one. In Middenheim, we're just summoning up what we can, which is very little. I've alchemized all my remaining gems, basically. So we're summoning up some more griffins, we're summoning up some yetis, pack of wolves, more yetis. RFK Jr. is ready to rumble with his equipment, so he'll be fighting in the breach probably, and you can see the Silver Skull is here and has got his horse back. Again, pretty great Silver Skull Grandmaster. It's nice to have those Grandmasters guaranteed when you recruit the orders. Forces in Ascends, can't get any province defense of course, but we're going to attack Foldenberg. I think that's not going to be full of enemy troops, so we're just going to try and take that. We're sort of just generally trying to be a nuisance, fight a guerrilla action as much as we can on our way out. So that's what we're going to do with them. And that's it, really. Yeah, we're just back under siege. No income anymore because all my forts are under siege, so I can't collect any income at all. And doing what we can. Sending some of my scattered... This wizard managed to get away. He's going up to Faircliff, where there's a handful of guys that you can pick up and then maybe fight somebody with. Who knows? If we look over at Faircliff... We give this wizard something useful to do. He's doing Tangle Thickets at the moment. He should probably be doing. Where's Brute Bark Skin? It's on one of my hotkeys. Oh, maybe it isn't. Swarm, Group Bark Skin. Maybe I've taken it off because it wasn't very useful. Oh, there it is, Group Bark Skin. Should just do that in the middle. We'll put this guy on hold and attack. Yeah, that's everything for this turn. I'll catch you next turn. It is turn number 29. Research and evocation is completed. We're just doing a bit of research and evocation because it'll help us to have some random spells to cast when they storm our capital. The Tomb Kings have claimed the throne. We've summoned up some more bits and pieces. We've got very few gems now. We're just summoning up some dribs and drabs, really. Battle in Foldenberg. We attacked. This is against some province defense and some horse archers and leftover bits, and one chaos knight. It'll be nice to kill that. And this is our little cavalry stack. They picked up a few extra troops who are probably just going to take up some buffs and not do anything useful, but they are there. But our cavalry stack should deal with this chaos knight. Chaos knight's, you know, stat-wise and everything, more powerful and expensive than Empire Knights, but with these buffs that we've got, Mistform and Greek Barkskin, and with our Grandmaster, we should quite easily kill this Chaos Knight off. Always good to kill off one of our counterparts. Then we've got some Marauders and Horse Archers. Let's see how many we kill. I don't think we're going to lose anything here. No. So maybe some of them die in retreat. Bone-Nose Tribe, we see another battle between the dwarfs. So this is basically the same force we saw before, a huge amount of Rune Guard and crossbows, with quite a lot of hammers and some other bits backing them up. And then it looks like Bretonnia forgot to move these off, or maybe they routed here, I'm not sure. They definitely shouldn't be here trying to defend this against the dwarfs. This is the Orcs' capital, so these guys are going to get slaughtered. They don't have Air Shield up protecting them this time. They got Divine Blessing, of course, but I imagine they're just going to take terrible casualties from the crossbows without really achieving very much. Here we go, big round of crossbows. Maybe some of the Rune Guard got killed there, don't know. But yeah, this was obviously an accident, sort of a misclick on the part of Bretonnia. So they are defeated. They kill a Cloudswell Crossbow and a Rune Guard. But yeah, not worth it for them. Battle in Namor. This is us trying to take the fortress from Tzeentch. So we've got some of our knights with quickness. We've got some dwarfs and some free infantry and bits. Unfortunately, they either just had lots of province defense here or predicted it because there's a lot of guys here. They've got some extra lads. So yeah, this is their province defense in the middle. And then they've got quite a few extra guys. So they were ready for us to attack this. It was a, risky strategy. Let's see what we can kill. I think not very much because we're just so outnumbered. But at least these guys aren't attacking province defense. They're attacking, some real enemy troops. This is the province defense in the middle. And then these guys, obviously, these are also not province defense. So those horse archers are going to get killed by my free company. The dwarfs are going to fight the marauders in the middle. And I expect the dwarfs to do pretty okay. You can see freeze there. Quite a good spell. Knocking the attack skill. And even though they've got cold resistance, it doesn't stop them from being frozen. So, pretty effective spell, freeze. It's only area effect 1 though. So you can see the dwarfs do really well against the marauders. They're just quite outnumbered. But Imperial dwarfs are good fighters, decent protection. Pretty okay stats. And obviously they're ranged units as well. One of our wizards got killed, the other one's still alive. Our knights are going to get defeated here, just basically because of these guys, the Forsaken Marauders, because they hit so hard. They're able to kill the knights. Kind of overcome their defense. And then I think our dwarfs are going to break at some point here. I mean, they're very high morale, but yeah, there go the free company. So the dwarfs are now in real trouble. Maybe kill 1 or 2 more things. Nope. So a bad loss for us there, but we killed some stuff. We killed off 3 Forsaken, 15 Marauders, 6 Marauder Horse Archers. Yeah, it's alright. They attack in Anicia. What have we got here? Oh, this is going to be Horde of Skeleton spam. So they've just got a few guards, and then they've got this one guy with plenty of gems and casting Horde of Skeletons. That's easily enough to take out, province defense. This is like, 22, 23 points of province defense, I think. Or maybe it's 25 points of province defense. I guess that would make sense. But these are pretty low quality and not very good against skeletons with all those piercing weapons. So, it's a little bit of a risk to that strategy. We could have reached this guy and killed him, potentially. But without the right type of province defense, this amount of province defense is not going to beat that many skeletons, I think. Even if it's somewhat close, I mean, look, that is... He's getting close. He could have been in trouble there. He's very tired out. I'm amazed they didn't rout there. Wow. They really stayed in the fight longer than I thought. But yeah, sort of skin of his teeth stuff. Bit risky there. He easily could have died if we'd had a few more troops lying around. Well played to the Distant Horizon there. Using the minimum necessary to win is the best thing you can do, really. So battle in Unremark. This is the dwarfs. This is strange. I guess they summoned a bunch of Scorpion Beasts because they had some mages that didn't have anything else to do. Just give them some more troops. So Scorpion Beasts and Longbows should easily beat this province defense, you would think. Scorpion Beasts are pretty good. They make a silly sound. He's probably going to lose a couple of them, or maybe one or two, maybe. They are very, very tough, though. I mean, they've got a lot of hit points. Yep, that's effective enough for the dwarfs. And Caverns of Gold, so this is they've gone underground now to take those provinces off. I didn't really have any province defense down there. In Smotherdark, which is my other underground province, we lose population, horrible monsters through the cracks in the ground, and heat and fire gems. So this is a big wave of troglodytes. So that's actually going to stop Tzeentch from taking that for a little bit of time. But we lose that province too. Bagloth's been breached. They're going to storm that one. I don't have any troops there. And then Middenheim's not breached yet. And more stuff's deserting. And the magic artifacts are yearning to be forged. So we've got another reprieve from the actual province, the actual defense of our capital here, where we organise that next turn, I imagine. We're just doing a bit more research, and we're researching up evocation to 2. We're going to get there, yeah, easily do evocation to 2. The thing is, I don't have the mages to make great use of evocation, but it's just sort of the best thing I could think to do. I'm just going to do it because it's interesting. I'll just throw the evocation research in there. And we may as well on our way out. I've alchemized some more gems. I'm casting an Amphitheater because I can send him over to poison stuff. A pack of wolves just because I've got the gems for it, and that's basically it. There's not really any other gems I can scrape together to cast anything useful there. I could cast griffins instead of the Amphitheater, but I think the Amphitheater is kind of interesting to maybe go and poison some enemies with his poison cloud. That's it for this turn. It is turn number 30. Going to have a fairly quick go through this turn because I've got some bits I need to go and do. Research and Evo complete. We see... I'm not sure who's God. Kiss, God of the Breath of Life. I'm not sure which nation that is claiming the Throne of Moon. We can have a look in a moment. We summoned up some wolves and Amphitheater. Battle in Offeleth is just some province defense getting massacred by these guys. Battle in Feral Woods, we have got a squad of Marauders and Forsaken, fairly tough combat group that, against not great province defense, but we do have some group Barkskin going off because we've got an Amber Wizard present. Oh, let me just change my... sound. So group Barkskin, I don't think it really hit very much there, did it? Mostly because nothing was really on hold on attack. Just Barkskinned himself up. We have one knight. He's going around the back, but it looks like the Marauders have spotted him and are following him. I don't think he'll be able to kill their commander because he's got 2 experience stars. So let's just fast forward this. We'll see what happens. So the knight goes on the commander. No, he's not going to have time. He does land a hit, but he's going to get chopped up. So that's the end of him. Spearmen go in, free infantry go in. They're not going to do very much. They're a bit outgunned. And then let's see if our slingers can effectively stop these marauders. They're getting some damage on them. They've killed a few. And at close range, they can get some hits in. Looks like the slingers are broken. What about these Jaguar Tribe warriors? Got some animate trees. The armies of Tzeentch are routed. Only just. We've got one berserker charging around and he's fighting these animated trees. How much life has he got left? Most of it, but he's not got that much fatigue left, so let's see what happens. So some trees amble over to him. And just slowly chip away at him. Yep. And he is routed. What do we got next? Forward ascends, so that defeated them there, killed a decent number of Marauders and second Marauders, that's always good. Ascends, Province Defense gets squashed. 3 Pine Grove. This is Dwarfs against Province Defense, which is just some Longbowmen and Scorpion Beasts. Yeah, that Province Defense is done for. Bushfood, we attack Tzeentch. This is our little cavalry stack. So, Group Barkskin Mistform. And then off they go. And we're just against some Province Defense. So still making a nuisance of ourselves, that's all we can do at this point. Gwelladon, same thing, but with much less strong force. Oh, I've mispositioned him. And then we've got some guys up there. So what's he going to cast? Can he reach anything with quickness? He can quicken himself. And as a reminder, quickness gives +2 to a couple of stats and allows you to act a couple of times, but it doesn't help you cast spells faster. But this is just some nothing Province Defense here. Oh, and a cultist. Got a chance to kill a cultist. What's he going to cast now? Quickness? Oh, he can reach them with quickness, it's just not very accurate. Okay. Come on, guys, let's kill that cultist. Yep, dead cultist. Battle in Faircliff, we get attacked by Tzeentch. Squad of Marauders. Some Province Defense. They're going to win that one. They lose a couple. Battle at the Fortress in Bagaloth. Pretty big force here. This is just whatever we have for our gate guards and a couple of halberdiers. Nothing really. Let's see how they deal with these guys. So going for evocations. And of course they've got their flamers and spells and whatnot. I think we just killed one of these guys. Our wall archers, I think, killed one. Oh no, halberdiers killed one. So we killed a chosen. That's good. And they just overcome our defences. So we kill a chosen, a blue horror, marauder, berserker. Fine. Battle in Bone Nose Tribe. This is the fort being stormed by the dwarfs. So the dwarfs have got some longbowmen, all of their rune guard, hammerers. They've got one of their unique heroes, Belagar Ironhammer. Very, very nice. Very, very good stats, high protection and everything. And then we've got some Iron Breakers and some Iron Drakes. Yeah, mostly Hammerers and Rune Guard. And the Orcs have got some Boar Guards and then not very many troops, a little bit of kind of some Archers, Orcs, Warboys, and then they've got a bunch of Spellcasters and a few Archers. Oh, and some Trolls and Barbarians. And their Prophet is there, so they can do, or maybe that was cast by this guy actually. Yeah, he can cast Divine Blessing. So a few buffs going off. Arrows pouring out. This is the thing, is the dwarfs, because they're so slow, the orcs are all going to come out and get killed in the open field, which is probably less than ideal for them. But we've got a lot of evocation going off here, and this could kill some stuff. So that definitely killed a few hammerers. Or an iron drake maybe, an iron breaker. Nothing the orcs have is really going to do much damage. But setting these guys on fire, but they do have fire resistance. And look at these experience stars. Look at those stats. And Enchanted Blood will stop them from dying because they just get to regen away the burn. Look, Web, very effective. Very good tool against this kind of troop. Some more fireballs in the back line. Yeah, they just don't have the troops to hold them in position here. Snaggler grobs bits on his way out. Does he manage to do anything? Yeah, Rune Guard. He is not long for this world. Even these fire blasts at close range are not really enough to kill rune guards. They can hurt them, but then they'll just sort of regenerate their way out of it. They've got the fire resistance that it's not a serious problem for them. Well, it's a combination of fire resistance and high protection, right? And then they've broken through, so that's the end of the greenskins there, basically. A valiant defense, similar to the one we'll try to do, I guess, but with a bit more evocation. What did they kill? 3 rune guards, 6 hammerers, 2 ironbreakers, 5 longbowmen. That's alright, it's not bad. The Verdant Steppe, Independence attack Bretonnia. This is a bandit attack, yeah, villain attack on just province defense, I guess. We don't really care about that. They still haven't broken the walls down in Middenheim. We get a Jade Wizard Lord who's appeared. Yeah, that's everything. So I'm casting some Vine Men. Am I summoning anything else up? Is it just a Vine Man? It's just 1 Vine Man and some a Fire Drake. And then we're researching, trying to get another level of evocation. Our research sits 90 left to get to level 3 evocation, which will let us cast Poison Darts, which would be useful, I guess. I don't think there's anything else. Freezing Mist with Water Gems. We could try for that. Doesn't really work against Chaos because they've got the cold resistant units. Stormwind, I guess. But again, it's not really relevant against them. Mostly just Poison Darts, I suppose, if we can Poison Dart some stuff. Yeah, the situation over here, we've got. We're going to go back to Ascends because I'm guessing that's where they're not going to have any guys, and maybe we'll catch these horse archers trying to take this province back, going after us, and we can kill them. And down here, the enemy's, got too many guys in Offaleph and Namor, so we're actually just going to attack the dwarf wasteland province here, which we've previously taken a couple of times. Just trying to be a nuisance, that's our job at the moment. That's everything, and I will catch you in the next turn. It's turn number 31. Should be a fairly quick one. We've got up to evocation at level 3. That's as far as we're going to get because they have breached our walls, so we're going to have the final battle next turn, and that'll probably be the end of the game then. We see that the dwarfs have claimed another throne. Let's have a quick look on the thrones, actually, right now. What is it? F9. So we've got dwarfs have got 3 thrones. You need 6 to win, so they're halfway there. Khorne has got 3 thrones. Tzeentch has got 2. Bretonnia has got 1. Tomb Kings have got 2. Lizardmen have got 1. So I think dwarfs and possibly Khorne looking like the big winners at the moment. The dwarfs are in a very strong position. Yeah, they've been kind of allowed to build up, not taking very many casualties. I think they've taken 2 capitals. Is that right? They've got a Bono's tribe. They've got their own capital. Did they take one other capital? They're on the border of over here, this as well. They've taken that throne. I don't remember if they did take another capital. Skavenblight, I think the Wood Elves took. Anyway, yeah, strong position. Going back to the messages. Guelladon, province defense defeated. Foldenberg, province defense defeated. We have no money, so it's always just 1 province defense, and most of our troops are deserting now. We have very little left. Yeah, Feral Woods, big force. We had quite a lot of province defense there, but we didn't really have very many casualties. Let's have a quick look just to see their cool big army. Look at that, they've got some flamers, trolls, blue horrors. Little communion going off there. And of course, the Chosen in the middle. A lot of ranged fire in the Tzeentchian army. They're very strong at the ranged attacks. Yeah, they slaughter the province defense very easily. We attacking Kahir. This was a dwarf wasteland, I think. We're just attacking with whatever troops we've got left over, including some of our own dwarfs. Oh, he misses with his cold bots. Oh, but he hits with the freeze. Well done to him. Freeze is actually really strong. If you look at the stats, once something's frozen, -3. It's really powerful. Just spamming freeze might actually have been a better idea than using quickness when I was doing that earlier on. Battle in Ascends. This is our little breakout group of cavalry. They attack and they run into just some province defense, so nothing basically. Bushfood, province defense knocked over by Chaos. Middenheim, I attacked him with an Amber Wizard set to retreat to get him in for the final battle, so he's in there. And yeah, fortification breach, so they're going to storm the castle. So we've got ourselves set up. This is our setup. Everyone's just kind of in the middle there, getting some buffs. There's not very much to do. Poison darts is the evil I'll be firing out with my Amber Wizards. I've got an Amphitheater, which is set at the front. I've got a Fire Drake at the front, and then I've got some Vine Men, Griffins, Yetis. The Yetis might do something. They're on Hold and Fire closest. Maybe they should be on Hold and Set. The problem is that the Tzeentchian forces have cold resistance and fire resistance, so not really much to be done there. Hold and Fire closest from these guys. Hold and Attack closest. So these Hold and Fire closest, I actually probably want to change this so they can do some actual fighting, and then my Hold and Fire closest guys can kind of go there. And then, have I got any spare? If I put, because I've got my gate guards as well, I'll put that guy forward, who's casting Tangle Thicket, and I'll put that guy forward, who's casting Great Barkskin. My God is set to cast Elemental Fortitude. I think Personal Barkskin would make sense, although he'll probably be Great Barkskin by something else. A bunch of Poison Darts, and then Attack Closest. I might change that to... Oh, no, that's fine. Poison Darts is alright. He's got like a... Yeah, he's an N3. It's a shame he can't really use his blood magic for anything, but he's got a Ring of Fire, Blacksteel Plate, Blacksteel Helmet, Ice Sword, Blacksteel Kite Shield. He might kill something. You never know. It's not very likely, but give it a go. Everyone else just set to there. Undisciplined Wolves at the back, Griffins at the back, and so on. And we've got the Silver Skull here, who's set to attack closest. And he will use his Breath of the Silver Skull if he can. Can I tell him to fire? Nope. He is not capable of doing that, but he can hold an attack closest. Quickness, quickness, quickness. Do we want to be doing quickness? It's a good question. We might be better off doing... Well, my cold damage isn't going to really do anything but freeze. We can do some freeze. Let's just do some fire resistance and then freeze. Anyway, we're going to be destroyed, and we're probably not going to inflict that many casualties on them, but I'm, just trying to use whatever scraps I have to mount a bit of a defense. Out here, this squad is going to attack. I was going to attack the dwarfs. I might just go for Tzeentch and hit Stonegrave Mountains. He may predict that and catch me, because he can. There's not that many other places he can go. I imagine these troops are going to go back to Ascends. And these ones from Bushfood maybe would go to Stonegrave Mountains. If that's the case, I could catch them in Foldenberg. I'm going to go for that. I'm just trying to kill these horse archers, and if I do manage to kill them, that'd be good. But who really cares? And I will send these guys down. I mean, I was going to attack the Wood Elves, but, I'm about to die anyway because Middenheim will be gone, so I think I'll just attack the dwarfs again. It doesn't really matter if I get defeated there, but I'll just attack them. So that's everything for this turn. And then the next turn will probably be the last one of the game for me, I believe. I'll just be doing kind of a wrap-up, and then that'll be the end of the video. Alright, let's see. It's turn number 32. Let's see if Tzeentch has stormed our capital. There is a battle. Let's have a look. It's just a probe. They have sent in an adventurer. That's interesting. Well, yeah, they've sent them in as a scout just to probe our defences there, so they know what we've got exactly in there. We attacked in Stonegrave Mountains. This is our cavalry. They have managed to catch some Tzeentchian stuff, so we get a chance to kill some... This is just Province Defence. There's some dogs, and we get a chance to kill some of these guys, these Marauder Horse Archers. So we've got our buffs going down here. You can see these guys have got high protection now. What's his wound? Never healing wound. That's not that bad. Hopefully we get a mist form on the Grandmaster. Oh, some arrows hitting our mages there. Oh, both our mages got killed. So the mages are gone now. So my Grandmaster is going to get pretty surrounded here. Meanwhile, the rest of the knights are going to fight these guys. This many Marauder Horse Archers is no joke, and they do hit fairly hard with the full Marchians. So we got Mistform on. We've got we don't have the bark skin, but we do have Mistform. So he didn't get bark skin on, which is a shame. That would have been pretty useful. Let's just zoom through this and see what happens. So his horse is just constantly taking damage. He's not really getting hit. The horse has the very bad defense skill, so it's getting hit. But he's picking him off. He's got heroic strength, so his attack is and he's got a sword of swiftness. So yeah, he's very hard. 2 attacks there. My infantry's doing fine, or cavalry's doing fine over here. It's really just the Grand Masters who's in trouble. Ooh, he took a big hit there. Is that because of fatigue? Yeah, he's pretty fatigued, and his shield has now been damaged. Let's slow things down. He's doing amazingly well, considering he's on his own. That's the power of Mistform. I think we've routed them. Yep, we have routed them. He did lose his horse, and he is injured, but he didn't take an affliction. So that's nice. Killed a few of them off. He got one right at the end there. 13 Marauder Horse Archers, 6 Chaos Warhounds, 2 Mutant Warhounds killed. We lost our Wizards, but I mean, that was always going to happen eventually. I think that's kind of the last gasp for that group, but I'm glad they did something. Ballin ascends, they just knock over our Province Defense. This is Bretonnia knocking over some Brigands. We attack Lowmark, which with our rabble of troops, really don't have very many troops here at all. And the dwarfs have got some rangers here, so this should be enough. Some rangers with some stars. I imagine I'll lose this. Also, they've got a pretty good province defense because it's a Bone Tribe, one of the nastiest independent troops. In they go. They chop them up. Here come the throwing axes. Their throwing axes are really good. The rangers. I think they're quite an underused troop type for the dwarfs. They can really just destroy things with those throwing axes. Very high damage. Oh, nice shot there with the cold bolt. Yeah, just don't really have the troops. He's going to get shot with the throwing axes. And our own dwarfs fighting against their former countrymen. They're routed. Yeah, so that's the end of that stack. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to show in this turn, I think. Magic site found in Stonegrave Mountains. A copper mine. Well, we're not going to get to keep it. So I'm just going to patrol here because I think they're going to try to catch us going somewhere, Ascends or Bushfood or Cormac or something. So I'm going to patrol here and just make a stand. I don't really mind if they go at this point, but I'm going to patrol. I'm going to reacquire my mount. And he'll just stay there and fight. And then in Middenheim, we've spent the gems that we had, so summoning up some more Vinemen and things. So we're not going to change anything. Really, after somebody probes, I should change up my formations and scripts and stuff, but it's fine. I'll just fight them when they come in. We've got no chance of winning that particular battle, so we'll just see how it goes. Yeah, we're coming to the end of the game here, so let's see. Hopefully they attack next turn, and I will catch you then. It's turn number 33. Completed some research, awakened some Vinemen, battle in Stonegrave Mountains. So my cavalry are here on the defensive, I believe. Yep, so we've got 4 Inner Circle Knights, and then we've got our Grandmaster of the Knights Panther. They're on attack rear, he's in the middle. They have attacked us with a significant force here, obviously. Bunch of chosen warriors. I don't think they've got anyone to bless them, have they? I'm not see. They've got an exalt. No, they haven't got anyone here to bless them, so they're going to miss out on their bless. And then we've got Marauder Horse Archers and some Blue Horrors. So a chance to kill some of their chosen here, hopefully. And we had guessed that they were going to attack with something and we were going to catch it with a patrol. So, this might work out for us. Be nice to have a bit more province defense as a distraction, but that's not going to happen. And we've, of course, lost our mages by this point. So the inner circle, we're going to hope that they go round and hit behind. And we're going to hope that our Grandmaster kind of tangles them up in the middle here. So lots of shots going out and hitting my cavalry over there. We have caught them in the middle, and we've already slashed up one of their chosen. He's got a good chance of killing that guy. Immediately taking a bunch of shots. They're basically on the horse though, the rider's okay. And we're going around the back. What they got around the back, they're exalted with a whole bunch of bodyguards, so he's going to be tough to take out. I think one of our cavalry's been... Oh no, he's just going slowly. Well, let's see what happens. So his horse has been killed. He has killed the chosen who is in front of him, but he's now just getting shot up by everything. If he can last, and the state captain can last, just long enough for us to do some damage at the back here, I think we just killed one of his bodyguards. Let's have a look. Yep, took his leg off with a Middenhammer and killed him. So let's put this so we can see both sets. So he's just getting shot to pieces here. He's going to step forward, kill a horror maybe, if he can reach him. He's killed the blue horror. So at the back here we are fighting, we're taking some bad damage. These guys are tough. You know, they're not blessed, but they're still tough. The Exalted Hero has fatigued himself out and is wounded, so we've got a good opportunity to polish him off here. He picks up another kill. Warrior Illusion, Chosen Warrior, stabbed him in the eye. Another Warrior Illusion, a Blue Horror, a Blue Horror, so it's killing some Blue Horrors. Oh, look at that! So what's happened there? Is it that his bodyguard have routed? Yes, they were too badly injured and his bodyguard have routed, leaving the Exalted Hero alone to face 4 knights. So provided our leaders don't die, and our state captain has already died, so if he can just survive for another couple of rounds, we could actually win this by killing their leader. He's still fighting. He chopped out a horse. They've turned around and he's actually a lot safer now. And we did it, I think. Did we rout him or kill him? Killed him. So, yeah, Tzeentch loses this battle. I lost my commander right at the end there, so my guys are also routing. But yeah, we stay alive just because of that. And we inflict a few casualties. So Stonegrave Mountains, what did we kill? Our force is gone. We killed 5 Marauder Horse Archers, pretty good. 4 Chosen Warriors killed, not bad at all. 3 Blue Horrors and an Exalted Hero, and some of them may have died in the retreat as well. So inflicting a little bit of damage right at the very end there. We attack off the left with nothing, a wizard and a guy, and they've got loads of stuff there, so that's very one-sided. He just gets killed. Here is attacked by the dwarfs. It's got nothing, so they take that easily. And then we get our battle in Fortress of Middenheim. So this is our last stand. We really don't have very much left at all. We've got some mindless creatures at the back. We've got these griffins and the Stormdrake are just going to fly over and get killed. We've got a few mages, some of our sacreds. Got our god present, of course, and he's set to cast a few things and then he's going to attack, but he's not, you know, he's only got 20 protection. Hopefully we get some mist form on him, something like that. We've got an elect count, and we've got our Silver Skull, and then the Yetis hopefully are going to move forward and just be hurling stuff into the breach, but we really don't have enough to hold the middle. That's our problem. We've got an Amphiptyr who's going to breathe poison everywhere, and a Fire Drake to bleed poison everywhere. So maybe we'll get some kills. They've got a lot of Chosen, of course. Some Chaos Warriors, some Berserkers. I think the Chaos Warriors and the Berserkers we might end up killing. A bunch of Chaos Spawn, Archers, load more Chaos Spawn at the back, including some big Chaos. Look at that big boy. Nasty. He has got another healing wound? Yeah. Not much in the way of mage support. We do have some. They're going to communion up and cast some stuff. I imagine these acolytes maybe do some sort of lightning bolts and things. Let's just play on regular speed and see what happens. So we got a whole bunch of our buffs going off here. Quickness and stuff. Elemental resist on my god. Here comes some wolves and things. I'm going to put it on slow. They got flaming arrow off. Ooh, look at that! The fire trick just breathed straight through my halberdiers. Amphiptyr's reached the front. Is he going to breathe some poison for us? We're casting some poison darts. Okay, so he's poisoning the front. I don't really care that he's poisoning my halberdiers. That's not a big deal. Oh, look at that! Fire breath just annihilates the spawn. And the Yeti are moving in now. So our guys at the back. Okay, we have got some spells on him. I don't think we've got Moss Body on him, but we do have Battle Fury, Mist Form, Elemental Resist. Yeah, maybe he's got Group Bark Skin on him as well. Yeah, he's got Bark Skin on him. He's a bit tired, unfortunately. There's our guys at the back casting a bunch of Moss Body. It's a shame that that Moss Body did not land on... Oh no, he did get Moss Body. Well, there you go. He's going to be tough. And we're casting some other bits. Salamander Asps. You know, Ice Elementals. Now in the breach, over here, the Silver Skull's out there, but he's really poisoned. That's not very good. We got some fire on these guys, but of course they've got 10 fire resistance, so it doesn't really do anything. We do have some of them poisoned up. So the Amphiptyr has poisoned not just my own guys. The Silver Skull's out there fighting. Let's have a look, see if he got anyone. Yeah, a Chosen Warrior. Some more kind of poison darts and things coming in. We've got an exalted hero with the Halberd of Might that's coming to the front. He could easily kill my god if he gets near him. My god should come out and fight now. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's here. So the Yetis are throwing now. Let's have a look if they're doing any damage. He hit a wolf. Hit one of my own guys. Chosen Warrior was 0 damage. Hit a state halberd. Yeah, the thing is, the Yeti's attacks are pretty good. 19 damage. But the protection on the Chosen Warriors is just, you know, it's a bit much to overcome, frankly. Right, out comes the god. I want to see him landing some hits. There you go, he started hitting 8 damage to a Chosen Warrior. And he's kind of blocking up the middle, which is nice. I mean, he's not completely blocked up. Gonna see some friendly fire here, probably. You're running a little bit low on ammo, maybe? He's not really taking any damage because of the protection of the mist form. Makes him very hard to hurt. But they do have magic weapons. This is the trouble, really. They've got you know, damage they can do. Magic attacks. Did he just lose his moss body? He just lost his moss body. A nice ice bolt there, hit those guys. Nice to see some friendly fire, you know, while we're holding them here. And the archers are getting some kills, I think, shooting up somebody's cavalry. False fire burning on there. Hit some of my archers with that, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Let's speed things up. So he's now lost his mist form. And now that he's lost his mist form, he's going to be in serious trouble. I mean, he's just going to start taking really bad hits. So he just keeps taking hits. I mean, look at this damage pouring in. Has he managed to kill anything? A Forsaken Marauder. A Marauder. Forsaken Marauder. It's the Chosen he was struggling to kill. Marauder. Marauder. Yeah, he's killing the Marauders. He's not really getting a chance on the Chosen. He is soon going to die, though. A couple of ice blasts going off, but again, they have cold resistance, so, you know, it's very hard to damage them. And we are now basically routed, so let's speed this up. Yeah, there goes my god. The Yetis are still throwing bits and pieces. And there we go. That is the end of me. So in the end, we killed 7 Chaos Warriors, 22 chosen. I have to say a lot of those probably died from friendly fire. I'm actually not sure what killed most of those. I mean, my god killed 1 or 2, I think. Some spells killed some. Poison definitely would have killed some. We got one of their acolytes. But yeah, 22 chosen. They're 65 gold. I mean, he won't have. Some of them would have been promoted, but. Forsaken Marauders, Forsaken Warriors, 2/6, 2 Greater Chaos Spawns, 2 Lesser Chaos Spawns, 25 Marauders, 11 Berserkers, 6 Horse Archers, 4 Wardrobe Archers. Interesting, overall, the Chosen Warriors did kind of take the brunt of the damage there. And then we, of course, lost everything, but what can you do? And we outlasted the Bone Nose tribe. Their war against us did not work. We lived one more turn than they did. So what I'm going to do now is just go AI, I think, because there's no point in seeing the next turn. So that'll be the end of this video. That'll be the end of this video series, of course. Check in with the other YouTube channels that are in my description for this video. I think people are on quite a long delay before they turn games into video content. They tend to wait till quite late in the game. They've got other stuff going on, but hopefully some of those people will put up some videos from giving their perspective on this game. This has been my perspective playing as Middenheim, playing kind of a somewhat casual way, not terribly competitive, and I didn't do terribly well, but we survived in our first war, and we got some good battles out of it. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and keep tuning into the channel. Going to have lots more Warhammer stuff coming in the future, I hope. At the moment, I've started working on some Cafe sprites. Am I going to make the Nation of Cafe? I'm not 100% sure. It seems likely given that I've made some sprites for them, but that's what I'm doing Warhammer-wise at the moment. But I may do some streaming, put up some single-player games, or maybe I'll go into another multiplayer game. I kind of don't go into them multiplayer games that often, except with my friends, and this one was good fun though, so maybe it'll encourage me to do some more. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the future. Bye for now.